The Race of Champions is coming to Drive this Saturday and Sunday from Rajamangala Stadium in Bangkok, Thailand. One-on-one racing eliminations to pick the champion of champions and the best Nations Cup team. And who will be here to call the race action? Well, a real racer announcer guy, Tommy Kendall, will join me here in the studio. You know Tommy as the SRT Viper factory shoe. He's a fender and sports car race winner and champion through the late 80s and 90s. And went to the U.S. version of Race of Champions, what we in the U.S. used to call the International Race of Champions. He went 6 freaking times. So who better to give us perspective when champions get together to race? Plus, he said he's got some great Dale Earnhardt Sr. psych stories. John Heinhoff, the voice of American Le Mans and Radio Le Mans, will be in Bangkok. And if you follow the Facebook and Twitters, he's there with JF Musil to provide us with insight, interviews, and apparently the required in racing UK accent, so it sounds like we're a legitimate motor racing broadcast. My stiff upper lip is already hurting. To recap, Kendall to call the racing. Heinhoff interviews the drivers. JF in Thailand, and the closest I get is the chance to order Thai takeout food here in New York City. Yeah, that seems right. So what are you and I going to watch? Well, the Race of Champions is, as the name says, all-star racers from various racing denominations battling to be number one among the 16 competing. And that's Sunday. And already the headline pairings that we're waiting for are great. World champion from F1 Vettel against world champion MotoGP Lorenzo. And before you type the comment, Alonso not there, WTF, this year he's not here, but he was there in 2001 and helped Spain win its only ROC Nations Cup. Besides, Fernando's busy in Italy, shotgunning Grappa and Red Bull with the Ferrari designers, urging them to slipstream the F1 design rules to be more like Red Bull. Okay, ROC, back to that. How about the next big face-off? 7-time world champion Schumacher going up against our IndyCar champion, American Ryan Hunter-Reay, who's won races in each of our open-wheel formula, kart, champ car, IRL IndyCar, which actually says less about Ryan and more about how effed up U.S. open-wheel racing has been. And let's start the rumor right now. Schumi to IndyCar in 2013. Back to ROC. On Saturday, it's Nation Cup time. The 8 two-driver teams fighting to unseat Germany, who've won the damn thing the last 5 years, thanks to the Schumacher and Vettel team. No, that's not them. That's them. Is he still called Mini Schumi? In total, the list of drivers that Race of Champions is going to bring you will bring us a bunch of stories. In addition to the guys I've mentioned, add in Sebastien Ogier, last year's ROC defending champion. He was a WRC teammate to Sebastian Loeb. Now he's headed to the VW WRC team. Tom Christensen, the Audi R18 ace with more Le Mans victories than I've had second dates. No, the number's not 1. Tom has won 8 Le Mans. And in ROC, he's one of the 6 racers with ROC experience. Helped Team Scandinavia win the 2005 Nations Cup and has been in the ROC finals, the individual finals, more than a few times. Last year as well. Is Tom Christensen due? How about Jamie Whincup, 4-time and 2012 Aussie V8 Supercars champion, but an ROC rookie. Still somebody that knows how to toss a car. Plus a host of other racers. ROC vet David Coulthard, Roman Grosjean, Mick Doohan for Team Australia, Andy Prio, another ROC vet, WRC Production Car Series champion Benito Guerra from Mexico, Hunter-Reay's Team America's teammate, plus the winners of the Team Thailand and Team Asia ROC races that'll happening today, Friday. And what are these guys going to race? Well, not the Audi Quattro rally car that does the ceremonial first laps. That car represents the roots of ROC as it started in 1988, because that was an event for rally drivers only. And because the car also pays homage to one of the founders of ROC, Michel Mouton, who raced and won with Audi, and who I suspect can still kick the ass of at least 8 of the 16 2012 ROC racers. A bit of ROC history. This is the 25th anniversary of the event that ran first outdoors, spent a decade of years in the Canary Islands, and eventually became the multi-racing discipline stadium event we now have. Now there are 7 cars that the boys will race, each car only going against itself. They change cars each race. Front-wheel drive with 4 push-to-pass, push-per-race turbo boost buttons. That's the VW Scirocco. Rear-wheel drive, starting with the Audi R8, to something NASCAR-like called the World Euro car, to the X-Bow, to the ROC Buggy. 4-wheel drive with 570 horsepower in the new to the ROC Lamborghini Gallardo. And all the way down to 197 horsepower, that's the also new to the ROC Toyota GT86. And how about the track? Well, it looks like 2 tracks, but it's actually 1. You pass the start-finish 4 times, only 2 count to count the race laps. 700 meters long, 0.43 miles, which is shorter than Schumacher's mansion driveway. Now, I got to believe that this is all about low gears, a lot of turn-in, power down, and precision. Or maybe it is just toss the thing like a frisbee and see how it catches. I'll be asking Tommy Kendall those type of questions and listening to Hinhoff's interviews. For the Nations Cup, 2 groups align, the 8 2-driver nation teams. Each driver goes against the opposing team driver. If the score is tied 1-1, the winning racer from each team goes into a playoff. The groups are set such that I bet we're going to see Germany versus the obvious rivals, like the UK, France, or the Americas. And how about the team all-stars, Christensen and Lorenzo? I'm not going to ignore them. They could be winners. For the individual race of champions, drivers are split into 4 groups for the first stage. Top 2 racers advance through the next knockoff stages to get to the 2 finalists and the race for the champion of champions. You got 1 day in the comments to voice your opinion on who's the favorite, who's your winning choice, and who's going to give us the best show. And on our 2 days of coverage, we'll try to address real hard the things that will make it more interesting to watch ROC with drive. Like really hearing what the drivers say about how the cars work and how the track needs to be driven. And who's doing the head games and who's super cool as a racer. How and when the cars are prepared, where they're stored, who did the car equalization testing, and how do they get that equalization accomplished. Rules details like can you change the car setup, tire pressures, or stage the car off-center to get a better run at turn 1. And who's running traction control and who's turning it off, stuff like that. And who the hell are those people riding in the cars with the champions? Are they weight balanced, or is it just Schumi running around picking the littlest ones for himself? And who's more motivated? Vettel to prove that he can win without Adrian Newey, Schumi to say, I'm not dead yet, Grosjean hunting for redemption, Christensen to finally get the ROC individual title he deserves, Ogier to defend, or Lorenzo to say, screw you, you four-wheelers. Whatever, it's all good. So tune in to Drive, Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern for the Race of Champions from Bangkok, Thailand. Rajamalang, oh damn it, from the I'll mangle that name all night long stadium. You know what, Ian? Just play the video.